The ledger that doesn't bend. I wrote it once in fire, now I write it back in stone. A child's name in gravity, a system overthrown. They built their walls on silence, on paperwork and dust. I built a line of memory that doesn't break or rust. Rust or break, it doesn't. Memory carved in line, dust and paper fail, but truth resists decline. Stone reflects the fire, gravity holds the name, overthrown the system when silence lost the game. They said the file was missing, said the record wasn't there, said time had slipped the sequence, said no one filed the care. But time don't lose its footsteps, and facts don't fade away. They only get buried when no one makes them stay. Stay and make them surface, buried turns to proof. Away don't fade the facts when anchored to the truth. Care was never filed, sequence bent by time. There is still the record, etched in every crime. A father stood in distance while the system closed the door. Not because he vanished, because they wrote him out before. Before he could be counted, before he could defend. They turned a living presence to a line they could amend. Amend the living presence into something less than real. Defend what wasn't counted, erase what they could feel. Before the door was closing, distance made by hand. The father wasn't missing, he was edited from stand. And in that quiet fracture where the rules begin to slip, where policy gets softer at the edge of every script, that's where the truth was waiting, not loud but razor thin. A difference in the timeline where the lie could enter in. In entered was the fracture where the timeline didn't match, thin and razor waiting where the truth began to catch. Scripted edges softened, policy bent its face, slip became the evidence, time could not erase. So I stopped asking questions they could answer how they please, stopped chasing after shadows disappearing through degrees. I built a spine of moments, locked every second tight, turned every single memory into something that could fight. Fight into the memory, something more than pain, tight within the seconds, locked against the strain. Degrees and shadows vanish, answers shift and sway, please no more the questions, build a different way. This is not a feeling, this is structure under flame. This is not a story, this is sequence with a name. Antonio is written where the numbers cannot lie, a fixed and final constant that refuses to comply. Comply will not the constant fixed against the spin. Lie cannot the numbers when the truth is locked within. Name becomes the sequence, story turns to frame, flame reveals the structure, feeling leaves the same. They processed what was human like a task to check and close, filed away the ending like a case that no one knows. But endings aren't deletions when the record's held in place. They echo through the structure till they force the truth to face.